If a person is missing any one of these three things, they are on some level feeling unfulfilled. Okay. That's why we as human beings do not feel fulfilled unless we are creating something meaningful, connecting with someone who can appreciate the meaning in a meaningful connection, and then contributing people who have nothing to offer us except receiving the contribution that we have given.
I recommend that you check out the full video of that, and that what you are going to be watching in this video is just my own understanding of that. So in this video, we are going to be talking about fulfillment. And like he mentioned, he said to create, to contribute, and to connect are the three major elements that must be in your life if you want to be fulfilled. Now, after watching that part, I kind of like reflected on it and realized like this has been the reason why I'm unfulfilled, and that's so true. So in terms of to create, I feel like I should be creating something in the world that I'm not already doing. And then the second is I'm looking for the right people that are going to consume my videos and stuffs. And then the last is how do I contribute? Now, these three things has always been there, but I did not know. So when I watched like that video, I was like, oh, so this is it. So, and again, I recommend you check it out. You see, the reason why my life is what it is because I hold myself back, or I've always thought that these three things, which is to create, to connect, and to contribute, are outward. It sounds like they are. When you say like I have to create, then you have to start thinking, what do I need to create? You know, what what do people want? So you start thinking about something that is outside of yourself. And then the second thing is who are going to consume it. You know, we want to have all of these things figured out, and a lot of time it holds us back. So what I've just realized in, you know, my reflection of that is, what about if all of these things are internal? For instance, to create, what is your own experience about? What are those things that are so difficult for you that you would be so grateful if someone has showed up and with some kind of explanation, right? Or you try to figure out how you can, you know, be better at whatever pain points that you're having in your life. And then that becomes something to create about, because it is not all of us that have gifts like singing, dancing, and stuff like that. And even if you have, you still need to be creative about it otherwise. So the second thing is, so again, the point is it is within. You need to check within, right? So the second thing is to connect. I had always thought that to connect, you need somebody else so that you guys can interact. This was what I had felt connection is. So I had waited and waited for so long for the right person. So after, you know, consuming that and reflecting, I realized like, what if I need to connect with myself as I'm making this video? You see, just like Golden said, Adam disappointed God, but it still doesn't change the fact that God is God. It doesn't reduce or increase him, which simply means that for you to connect, you need to be whole within yourself, because the extent to which you can actually connect with that other person is so dependent on the extent to which you are whole as a person. So what that inspire me to do is, start making videos in your own way, like you're connecting with yourself. So if you look at artists that makes music, for instance, what we get to hear is the end result, right? We don't get to see the process. So the process looks like maybe they write, they imagine, they tell stories. That is their creation process. The second thing is connect. They have to connect with themselves so that they can put the words in alignment and voice it out. Then let's move to the third one. So what point am I trying to make? It first begins with us, the creator. Now, the third thing is the contribution. Of course, when artists makes music, in the process where they are making music, some of them might be in pains or just be going through some stuffs, but we don't get to see that. We see the end result of it with beats that we can actually dance to and lyrics that probably sound deep, right? So what we dance to is something that has given them pain. So they are able to contribute to us, through the vibe that it gives, the dancing and all. But it first contributed to them because it helped them let go and release whatever it is that they're having. So the point that I'm trying to make is that to create, to connect, and to contribute is something that first begins within. And once we don't know how to align this from within ourselves, we keep chasing and we keep waiting. Okay, I want to create, but I don't know the right thing to create. I want to connect, but I don't know how to connect. And I don't even know how to, stuff like that. It becomes the thing that holds us back from creating, from building, from molding, right? So yeah, that is just my understanding of that. Like I said, I recommend you check out the full video. Remember, know yourself and know peace.